Hey guys, welcome. Welcome aboard if you happen to be new. Welcome back. If you're not, welcome home, depending on how and where that sits for you. As always, dependent on this week, these messages, the resonance, etc., etc. This is a week of the 3rd of July through the 9th of July, 2023. Yeah, let's get right in. So on Monday the 3rd, we have a Capricorn moon starting us out, sextiling, retrograding Saturn, and trining Jupiter. Hello. Very shortly thereafter, we witness our Capricorn full moon at 6:37 Central Time at 11 Capricorn. Shortly after that, we see an opposition to Mercury, a square to Chiron, and a trine to Uranus. This Capricorn full moon is a beautiful time to really kind of check in with your work-life balance. And remember that there's no need to spin plates, right? There's really not. I will do a full moon video, so look for that if you're interested. As it relates to Monday energy, remember that while caution is important, so is risk, right? That full moon gives you an opportunity to see all the possibilities and to shuffle your deck, right? Knowing that you can always reshuffle it an infinite number of times. Here's the deal. Communication and expression are all about our news stories. And our news stories are only as deep and lush as our capacity is to shift, right? And growth and evolution is really only available where you've done that work. So this full moon lights up all of those possibilities, right? So depending on what story you're telling, gives you your capacity for that expression. So do the work, right? Do the work, do the work, do the work. Tuesday the 4th, that Capricorn moon is going to quincunx both Venus and Mars in Leo. Early. We will see a sextile to retrograding Neptune, and then a conjunction with retrograding Capricorn. Wow, with retrograding Pluto in Capricorn, all before lunch. And then around lunchtime, the moon will, slide into Aquarius. That was very exciting, by the way. So Tuesday, I mean, it's kind of an intense kind of day if you're being emotionally authentic. The 3D paradigms of your me-centered stories will be absolutely available to challenge at depth, considering what level of independence you choose to allow to become freedom, right? So be open to any answer if you want, or the bottom line is you can really just barbecue. If you want to, it's up to you, right? You have all of the options. So you can do some work, or you can have some barbecue, or you can do both. It is entirely up to you, as always. On Wednesday, the 5th, that Aquarius moon will square Jupiter, quincunx both the Sun and Mercury. Hello. And then sextile Chiron. Around lunchtime, Mercury in Cancer squares Chiron. And then later on, before the day turns, the moon will square Uranus. Wednesday is one of those days to practice that when you're in doubt, right? So you may want to engage, right? You may really, really believe that you're right. You might even know that you're right. But you may best be served by keeping that expression that doesn't leave your mouth, or cross your fingers, right? So know what you know, and know when to hold them. So sometimes it's not your story to tell. Sometimes it's not your story to share. Sometimes it's not your story at all. And Wednesday is a day to really know and apply those discernments. On Thursday, the 6th of July, that Aquarius moon is going to oppose both Venus and Mars in the morning. And then Mars in Leo will quincunx retrograding Neptune. Around lunchtime, the moon moves into Pisces. And then that Pisces moon will conjunct Saturn, also retrograding. And before the day is over, Mercury in Cancer is going to sextile Uranus. Woo, hey, yo. So focus on oppositions today, right? In and out, all and nothing, here and gone. That whole concept of the spectrum of should I stay or should I go? Right? The lure of drama is also going to be very strong early. So your own sense of clarity when it comes to your alignment will really lead you out of what might feel like or appear as deep and murky water. Later on in the day, try to keep yourself in self-care mode, right? Don't fall victim to those tendencies to lean into distraction or avoidance. Remember, there's a difference between self-care and avoidance, right? Avoidance is something that creates space between you and what you're doing. Self-care is something that supports you in your quest, right? So whatever it is, face it. And then kind of watch it shift as something that is for you, right? As opposed to against you, right? Whatever that is, there's really no way to avoid the work you're here to do. So you can either put it off and let it fester, or you can just manage it in the here and now. So know the difference between distraction and support. Know the difference between backsliding and holding your ground, right? There's a big difference. Friday the 7th, that Pisces moon is going to sextile Jupiter and trine the sun. So here's the deal. Be in your feelings. Mind your whole self and choose how you are showing up, right? Speak yourself accordingly. Listen to what I'm saying. Speak yourself accordingly, right? I show up as I am, I love, I grow. These are your statements. Speak yourself accordingly. It matters. On Saturday, the 8th of July, the Pisces moon will sextile Uranus, will trine Mercury, will quincunx Venus, will conjunct, will conjunct Neptune, will quincunx Mars, will sextile Pluto, and then will move into Aries, all before 3 p.m., right? So here's the deal. You've got heart clarity opportunity at depth. So here's what I think. Have a meditative, kind of self-reflective morning. You may plan ahead. You may clear your calendar. You might even schedule some time with your favorite human beings if that is a process or method of healing you enjoy as a group activity, right? So the key is that a very, very wide open soul and some visionary planning time can really set you up for that next best thing, that next right decision, that next right open doorway. So whatever you need to do to create that nurturing self space, I highly recommend it on Saturday morning. So if you have the capability to clear your calendar and create that bubble of time and space and support and listening space for yourself, I would recommend doing that. It's a really, really nice day, a nice morning for that. It will get a little more fiery after the moon moves into Aries in the afternoon. But if you can get that lush kind of listening space, that bubble, if you can create that for yourself early on Saturday morning, it may absolutely net you some very positive results. On Sunday the 9th, early in the morning, Mars in Leo, quincunxes Pluto, retrograding of course in Capricorn. Mercury will trine retrograding Neptune, and the moon in Aries will square the sun. So here's the deal. Sit with it, whatever it is, right? If you need to move, do it clear today, right? This is a day where that whole concept of come clear or don't come at all actually really strongly applies. Your story is all about your own victory and how you have shifted your expressions. So get whatever that is down. Get it down. Speak it, sing it, write it. I don't care. Interpretive dance it. But make sure that you create a way to have the capability to reference it later in its fullness. That moon's quarter square is really going to create a space where you need reminding. And here's the deal. If you need to edit, that's okay. But make sure that you have that that reference, that marker point, whatever it is. I mean, whatever it is. If you're a voice message person, if you're a draw a picture person, if you're a write a little note person, however it works for you, just make sure that you create that pinpoint marker so that you can get back to it. See, look, come on, that's funny. That's funny. Anyway, make a way that you can get back to that space for you, for yourself, for your own reference, for your own future self, right? You're leaving notes all the time for your future self. So as you preload it, that is the way to manage it. Beautiful. Let's get on, shall we? Oh, not our star. There we go. All right, Monday, the 3rd of July. We've got the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So here's the deal. King energy in Eileen Land, as we know, is about mastery, right? It's also about having the tools, but understanding that we're not going to be crashing headlong through the brush. We're not going to always put everything into action that we require. This is the day of a Capricorn full frickin' moon. So listen to the words I'm saying and check this messaging out. King of Cups, King of Pentacles. This is about your emotional state and your resourcedness. We talked about this as really witnessing that your growth and evolution are only available to the amount of work you've done, right? I really feel like, here's the deal. This is about utilization and your work-life balance, right? We're talking about your work and your life and how they balance. I really don't feel like I need to elaborate on that one. Watch the video, I guess. Yeah. Work-life balance. Big time. On Tuesday, we've got the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Let's pay attention because we've got the Six of Cups down here as well. So the Page of Pentacles is about earth energy that's coming toward your field, right? This is an opportunity. This is a new way to do something. This is a new way to experience something. This is a new way to resource yourself, or a new level at which you witness your resource, right? And the Six of Cups is that place of unconditional love. This is that love like you've never been hurt, right, card. And so the way that we want to gather these together is, how can you create something out of your memory of that experience, right? We talked about this as a day to really witness your me stories and challenge them at depth, right? Your 3D paradigms, really finding space within your own emotional authenticity, right? So if you want to barbecue, you can. If that creates beautiful memories for you, rock on. If you want to get deeper, look deeper and see where your level of independence becomes your own freedom, right? Pay attention. You might learn something. On Wednesday, we've got the Seven of Cups and the Hanged Man. So the Seven of Cups is opportunity, right? It can be confusion. It can be witnessing so many opportunities that you're really not sure where your clarity lies. The Hanged Man is a beautiful card of perspective shifting, right? This is how we choose to look at something in a different way, how we choose to change where we are in relation to something else, and it shifts everything, right? So again, this is that day. When in doubt, so however you want to engage, however you really believe you're right, however you know you're right, witness that sometimes it's best to stop and shift your expression, shift your perspective. Keep it in your mouth because you're not really certain what is actually coming forth. And sometimes it's not your story, right? It's not your story to reference. It's not your story to tell. It's not even your story to engage with, right? Sometimes it's just a lesson for you. And so know when to shift your engagement level, right? Know when to hold them, know when to fold them, dude. Know when to walk away and when to run. Ha ha ha. On Thursday, we've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the Sun. What are you walking away from, right? This is a card of quest. This is a card of I see where I'm unfulfilled. I see where my story has been told in such a way that I'm not getting all those things I need, want, desire, and prefer. So I'm going to walk away from that. I'm going to walk toward this expression that is the best, brightest, biggest, most optimistic, most fulfilling, most blissful. Witnessing, should I stay or should I go? Well, guess what? It's all about where you're going, right? If you choose to stay in your drama, you choose to stay in your drama. And that's a choice. But understanding that when you align to your heart's desires, when you allow for what brings you pleasure and what is your preference, you can move through those deep or murky waters. And always keep yourself into caring for yourself and making those choices that are leading you towards something better, right? And if it doesn't turn out to be better, that's okay. But to allow the paralysis or fear to stop you from moving, right? Face it, whatever it is, and watch it shift. Watch it open a new way for you toward your best and highest expression. On Friday, come on, Three of Cups, Two of Cups, lovely, lovely, lovely. This is celebration. This is divine union. This is love, right? This is that day we talked about. Be in your feelings, minding your whole self, choosing how you show up. Speak those words, right? Claim yourself. Speak yourself accordingly. I show up as, I am, I love, I grow. Right? How you finish those sentences defines all that you're capable of having, holding, being, or becoming. So speak yourself appropriately and accordingly. Saturday, we've got the Six of Cups and the Five of Cups. So we have a whole bunch of cups, if you've noticed, right? We've got all these cups in almost every pairing. And they're really giving us a pretty deep message, right? So we've got the Six and the Five here. So the Six we know is that card of unconditional love. It's that card of how we refer to that place of deepest nurturing, of deepest love, of deepest self-love. And the Five is, what are we focusing on that's keeping us out of this Two of Cups energy, right? What am I not seeing? What am I not looking at that's keeping me out of my own highest and best? Well, that's a great question. We talked about this as a day for real heart clarity at depth, right? To choose to have that deep meditative morning, maybe ask yourself, What is this highest and best? What is it that I want to be feeling, right? Where are my options? Where am I needing to shift my perspective so that I'm moving toward this place of deepest and highest expression, right? Claiming my entire spectrum, my whole totality. So here's the deal. Take that time on Saturday, right? Find a way to explore this. Find a way to really, truly witness what you're focusing on that's keeping you out of this. And then plot your action steps, right? How are you going to get to that next best thing, that next right decision? Great questions. Take the time. Take the time. And then on Sunday, we have the Three of Pentacles, right? And we have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is what energy is coming to you in that fire element, right? So this is about the messaging you're getting regarding your passion. What motivates you? What really turns you on? Are there people in your life who do that job for you? And are you working with them or not, right? Three of Pentacles is about collaboration. It's about learning and teaching. It's about being available for growth, right? So on Sunday, we're talking about how are we moving, and how are we moving in a clear way, right? How is my story about my victory really allowing me to shift my expression, right? Speak that tale all the way, right? Get it down, right? This is a card of working with, right? Working through, working as, and really being able to reference it later, coming back to that feeling of inspiration, right? Understanding why it's important to make note, to take the time to do that, so that if you need to pull out stitches and edit, you have a way to get back to that reference, right? It all matters. We talked about this. It showed up in perfect time, did it not? I love that. Love it. Here we have the Hunter. Number 27, right? My favorite number. We'll have it. Let's see what's up. That's a beautiful card. Da, da, da. Alrighty. Here we go. Before the dawn of agriculture, we hunted in the forests to feed our kin. The hunter never takes more than what the village needs to survive, often taking only one creature, the good kill. He is a master tracker who knows which path to follow to find success, right? We talked about this. Many options, right? What path do you need to be successful? Rely on your own skills to traverse the thick forest you are in to reach your destination. You need to follow the tracks left by spirit to claim your bounty, which is already being prepared and offered to you. Do not follow the maps drawn by others, as they will not lead you true. Instead, become the map maker. Find your internal compass and use all of your senses, including your common sense. And if you don't have it, let's work on finding it. Don't settle for the roadkill. It could be poison. Be careful that you do not become the prey of your desires and fantasies. Really? Remember to not want more than you need, so you are not guided by unbridled ambition. It's okay to come home empty-handed. Right? So no matter what that journey is, no matter where it's leading you, remember that your wants, needs, desires, and preferences are always the simplest ones in your soul. Everything else is trapping. Everything else is on top of, right? If you don't have what you need at the very baseline, what are you focused on, right? What are you actually focused on? I love it. I love this message, especially at this Capricorn full moon, which is all about utility, right? How are you utilizing? What is the balance of your life? What is the balance of your life? How are you speaking yourself, right? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Happy full moon, guys. In the middle of retrograde season. It's very exciting. And, yeah. Go check out full moon. And be blessed.